Spending this holiday season with 2K Sports as we get ready for the special NBA presentation. Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer. Well, points won't be easy to come by in this one, Stan. We have two of the toughest defenses in the league here.
Yeah, look, the way these teams can rotate and cover for each other is phenomenal. They know that defense is their identity, and they pride themselves on it.
And the starting lineup for the Nets. The tandem on the perimeter, Thomas and Porter Jr. Then it's MP, then it's Nicholas Claxton, and it's Wilson in at the four-man position. Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
Well, that's the thing about DiVincenzo. He stays active at both ends.
Inside, here's MP. Cash. Assisting on the play was Porter. Ramos has got 5 points.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boy.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, a new ownership group taking over for the Timberwolves. There remains a commitment to continuity on the basketball side. And while creating a replacement for the league's second oldest arena is a priority, they made it clear their commitment is to remain in Minnesota.
You'd love to hear it. All right, Shams, thank you for the report. Soft touch off the glass. He's got 10.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
From 9 feet, and it's Randall that time on the assist by DiVincenzo.
Yeah, nice play by Randall. He can take up space in there and has great short area quickness.
Porter, the pass to MP. Launches it, and again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
Off to a great start. 5 straight from the field.
The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4, off to a nice start. DiVincenzo finds McDaniels. Thomas against Edwards. And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it. Pass to Claxton. And here's Thomas. To the paint. Here's Ramos. Hauled in by DiVincenzo.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And the bucket is good. Ramos has got 15 points.
I just love the ball move.
Timberwolves trail by 9. Randall left side. McDaniels from long range. Out of bounds. Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. Some changes for Minnesota. Gobert's checked in for Randall, and Mike Conley is subbed in for McDaniels. Out to the wing. Gobert passes to Conley. Nifty move. There's the drive. Claxton with a rebound. Nets leading by 9. Here's Wilson. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Reed to screen on Porter. Edwards looking for an opening. Conley finds Reed. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Gobert. And there's the bucket. Staying with it that time. Offensive glass getting it done.
That's just an excellent save by Gobert, grabbing that rebound and getting his team a second opportunity.
And the basket by MP.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Conley goes in, and he makes it on the layup.
Great recognition there from Conley. He saw an opening and took it.
And here's MP from outside. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Timberwolves trail by 13. Outside Reed. Wing shot on the way. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got his 4th rebound in this one. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
And he's carried them this quarter, a dominant offensive stretch.
And Minnesota with some changes. Randall, he's checked in for Reed. Ingles comes in for Anthony Edwards. And Clark has subbed in for DiVincenzo. So Brooklyn going with almost an entire new group here. Sharp, he's checked in for Claxton. Highsmith comes in for Wilson. Williams is checked in for Porter Jr. And it's Mann in for Thomas. For three, Randall, no good there. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. The hustle they've shown on defense. Making a switch here. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Randall and Gobert are in the middle. Then it's Joe Ingles. Then there's Mike Conley. And it's Clark in at the 2. So that's the Timberwolves 5. There's the triple. The rebound by the Nets. This is a team that simply refuses to lose. They've won 29 games in a row and want to keep this incredible streak going.
Look, you're talking about some of the all-time great teams in the history of the NBA to have a win streak of this magnitude. Gonna be fun to see if they can add one more here tonight.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the 76ers played really superb basketball. He added 61 points, and once again, he was lights out from distance. And just a huge game for him. His coaches would love to see him do it again. Guys?
Great report there, Allie. It was obvious he could do anything he wanted. A fantastic win.
Well, I'll tell you, he was enjoying himself out there, kind of like us here in the broadcast booth. And whoever was matched up against him wasn't enjoying themselves.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
When it comes to Randall, he's had doubters over the years, Stan, but his talent's undeniable.
Yeah, B.A., look, there's no questioning Randall's ability to score and rebound down low. And his post-passing gets overlooked sometimes, too.
Gobert passes to Randall. They double Randall. Clark outside. Ingles from outside. Porter pulls it in. And so Porter will bring it up for the Nets. Looking ahead, they've got the Warriors coming to town for their next game. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. Here's Clark. Got it. Good job in the low post. Uh-oh. Now it looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
And you guys know that this is something every player worries about, no matter your age or your ability.
Yeah, teams do everything they can to protect against it, but at this point, all you can do is hope he's not gone for too long.
And Minnesota making a change here. Edwards is checked in, and a new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Reed's checked in for Randall. Miller comes in for Ingles. Jaden McDaniels, he's checked in for Clark. And it's DiVincenzo in for Conley. Outside Edwards. Pass to Miller. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Reed finds McDaniels. Now here's Edwards. Jacks up a 3. Wilson grabs the board. MP with it. DiVincenzo picks him up. Claxton. Here's Wilson. Man, the pass to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
They've settled into this game. You can see the offense is on fire.
Yeah, and that is key for them, continuing to build out this lead.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Launches a 3. Brooklyn pulls it in.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
From deep, MP. Miller pulls it in. Timberwolves trail by 21. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Minnesota again missing.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Claxton.
I don't know what the heck happened there. That's just a careless turnover.
Brooklyn making a switch here. Thomas is checked in. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Outside Edwards. Over Thomas. Edwards, no good. MP inside. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Brooklyn out in front, just dominating this one. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Welcome, everybody. We'll get things going with a look at who might be participating in the upcoming three-point contest.
The three-point contest only grows in popularity. Hard to pick the favorite here. All these guys are knockdown shooters.
Certain to be a highlight of All-Star Weekend. Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the Brooklyn Nets.
Their
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
And now let's check in with Allie LaForce to see how Rudy Gobert's doing. Allie?
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer for the Timberwolves let me know the status. They told me it's a collapsed lung, a serious situation, and we're all hoping that he's okay. It is a major loss right in the thick of the season. Other guys will have to step up. Let's see who answers the call.
Well, we appreciate it, Allie.
Well, look, injuries take a mental toll as well. These guys all want to be contributing to the best of their ability. It's tough to sit out and watch.
So on the floor for Brooklyn, the tandem on the perimeter, Thomas and Porter Jr., then it's Nicholas Claxton, then it's MP, and it's Wilson in at power forward. And when it comes to taking an offense out of its rhythm, what are some of the primary methods, Grant?
Well, BA, you have to disrupt their flow. That can come from steals, deflections, block shots, even change shots. Anything that makes them feel uncomfortable.
Pass to Wilson. MP right side. Again! What an avalanche!
I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, he's now 5th in number of 40-point games over a single season.
Oh, one of the more bankable scores this league has seen. You have to marvel at his consistency. And here's Randall. Outside McDaniels. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall.
They're on fire right now, shooting 80% to start the second half.
Thomas passes to MP. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Timberwolves trail by 19. Down low. Here's Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Clearly, Randall is locked in. Every trip down, he's attacking the defense and finding ways to beat them.
Pass to Ramos. There's the three. And again for three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, BA. Unbelievable.
To the middle. Edwards against Thomas. Edwards can't hit.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
The #1 overall pick in 2020. Grant, you think Anthony Edwards has a shot to become the best American-born player in the NBA?
You know, I think his aspiration is higher than that, BA. He's thinking MVP, face of the league. And if you ask me, he has the talent to do it.
Pass to McDaniels. Randall outside. They double Randall. And here's Edwards outside. And it's Thomas with the rebound.
Looking to answer the three from the other end. Maybe too eager there.
McDaniels against Porter. To the inside. And it's Randall that time. On the assist by McDaniels. Randall's got 16 points now.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
Brooklyn making some changes. Sharp, he's checked in for Claxton, and Williams is subbed in for Michael Porter. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, Anthony Edwards is truly a superstar on the rise. He said, quote, "People forget how young I am. I'm not even touching my prime yet. I'm just trying to get more efficient as every year goes by." Back over to you, Brian.
A star on the rise. Allie, thanks for the report. Brooklyn leading by 23. Pushing it up now. Wilson passes to MP. This one for three. Another one falls. Amazing.
And the 50-point games continue to add up for him.
Every game taking him closer to the next benchmark, second most in a season.
And Wilt had 30 games of 50 points or more back in 1963. And that number gets closer and closer with games like this. They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
That one's good for two.
Like a matador. Olé! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
And again.
And this game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. Brooklyn out in front, running away with... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Well,
Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Nas Reed's checked in for Ingles. Jaden McDaniels comes in for Clark. Edwards, he's checked in for Shannon. And it's DiVincenzo in for Conley. And the Nets also making a change. MP's checked in. And they tell players your career is short. Maximize your earnings. But sometimes guys take less credit.
And you know, different things go into that. Winning, comfort, and in some cases you're talking legacy, you know, for those rare players who've been with one team their whole career.
Randall at power forward with Reed at center. DiVincenzo and Edwards are the backcourt, and it's McDaniels in at the three, small forward. So that's the lineup from Minnesota.
well, Randall doesn't back down from physical coverage. In fact, he welcomes the challenge.
Connects again from distance.
Another three for him. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
Well, he's just pouring it on, and he's tied for the 5th most triples ever in a single game. McDaniels from long range gets the three to fall.
Yeah, that's a good sign for McDaniels. They need him to shoot with confidence.
On the wing man, good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Oh, connects again.
Oh, make that 61 points.
Everything is going his way right now. Now here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Randall. And here's Edwards. Banked it in off the glass.
And sometimes Edwards makes defenses feel helpless. Tough shot there.
Williams on the wing. Here's Highsmith. Now here's MP. DiVincenzo covering. Good! Another from three.
It has been raining threes for him, alone at 4th in the all-time single-game triples list.
He can't miss. They have to keep feeding him. How many more can he hit? Back to Daniels. And it's Randall with the jam.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Nets.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to connects again from distance.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps hitting from deep.
Man, he's just exploded from deep tonight. That last make, tying him for 2nd in most threes in a game.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Randall draws the double. Back to Edwards. Pass to DiVincenzo. No good from outside. Brooklyn in total control. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Back to man. MP outside, fires from deep, and again for three.
There it is, a shot that puts him tied at the top of the record books.
Masterclass in three-point shooting. Amazing. DiVincenzo with it. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't...
Nice job on the win and a solid job on the glass. Was that a focus for you tonight?
Come on, you saw me out there. I was focused on effort more than anything tonight. If my effort's where it should be, good things happen for us. And rebounds all about effort. Most importantly, we got the win. So, yeah, just got to keep that up and string together a bunch more, and we'll be looking good.
Well, we're rooting for you, MP.
Thank you.
BA, over to you.
All right, Dominic, appreciate you.
Yeah, so tonight I'm thinking about serving up my famous sample platter.
And what's that come with?
Oh, it got the Euro, the step backs, the reverses, oh, and a little extra side of that fadeaway. I'm talking a deep, deep bag.
I don't know, bro. You're going against an elite defender tonight. He might not appreciate you trying to put together a highlight reel.
Xander, I'm not
teammates might not either.
Hey, what's up, coach?
Look, the reason I've been okay with all this is because I know how hard you work in the gym, man, on your game, and I trust you.
You know I'm not gonna let you down when I'm out there.
Okay, but when it comes to your game, yeah. But your words, they can rile up the other team, man.
Okay, yeah, and that probably makes it hard on all of us, right?
So don't shoehorn all your moves into one game to prove something to your fans, okay? We all know what you can do, man. Okay, let the game come to you, and you'll know what to do with it, all right?
Yeah. All right. Appreciate you, Coach. Yeah. Dang, Coach, always dropping that wisdom. Hey, so stay tuned. MP out.
And going through warm-ups, trying to get into a little groove here before the tip-off. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony. And although it's still early in the season, Greg, what kinds of storylines have caught your attention so far?
How the All-Star voting is shaping up. All-Star appearances are mentioned on a player's resume, especially when they retire. So these guys want to be one as many times as possible.
That one good for two.
You know, MP starting to look good there from the mid-range.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. A pair of shooters at the guards, Curry and Hield. Butler out there with Horford, and it's Moody in at the 3 slot. Thomas kicks to Wilson. MP, that's for 2, and it falls over the rim and in.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
And the Warriors with possession here. 4-point game. Here's Butler, and he makes good on the layup.
That is smooth. Butler showing you excellent ball control to create that space.
Pass to MP. This one for 3. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. MP's got 7.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter steal, but not who you want to leave open.
Horford dishes to Curry. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And you got the feeling that was coming. Curry loves coming back with a 3 of his own.
I've always admired the impact that Steph Curry, Tim, has made on this game, and not only at this level, but at every level. with that in mind, do shooters train differently in part because of him?
Yeah, I believe they do, Kevin, but you've got to beware. This is a guy that's often imitated, rarely replicated. He is so special, but I think guys need to add escape dribbles, the sidestep dribble, and certainly deep shooting off the dribble. That's where Steph Curry has impacted the modern shooter.
That's good advice.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
Horford with the screen on MP. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And we've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn to the paint. Banked in off the glass. He's got 12.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Brooklyn Nets come into this one after a win against the Timberwolves. Here's Butler. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Well, they did a great job putting a body on him, and they didn't allow him to convert.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie Laporte.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Timberwolves was outstanding. He ended up with 70 points, and he was locked in from deep. But when hasn't he been? And he was huge for them in that one. Talking to his coaches pregame, they hope he can repeat that performance with another one here tonight. Back to you.
Thanks as always, Allie, for that great report. He was in attack mode all night. We saw that really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on. And there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
Well, he did whatever he wanted. I love the fact that he was under control, yet very aggressive.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
And just couldn't make the most of their meetings last year. Ended up splitting the season series.
Mann's checked in for the Nets. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Podziemski. The shot from the low post is good.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
MP, that's for 2. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Warriors trail by 11. Pass to post. Out to Payton. Porter with the steal. It's stolen. No one near Payton as he lets it go. No good from outside. Nets leading by 11. Ramos the pass to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Excellent all-around performance so far. Hence the big lead.
Well, it's just an outstanding effort thus far. They've done a great job at both ends.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Back to Melton for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
Man in the corner. Outside Thomas. Pass to Ramos. 3-pointer. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. MP's got 19 points and an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Nets out in front. And Warriors trail by 14. Terrence Mann is out there with MP. Then it's Sharp. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Wilson in at the power forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And it's Butler missing.
And players avoid taking mid-range shots these days. It's almost like the threes are easier for players to get.
And easy to understand why many believe Porter is the complete package. Skilled at making the correct pass.
Here's Butler. Outside, Kuminga. Pass to Podziemski. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Tim, some forget, prior to the success of Stephen Curry, the Warriors were not considered a top-tier franchise.
Well, before he arrived in 2009, this was one of the lowest all-time winning percentages, but they have built a dynasty, and they are now considered one of the most valuable franchises in all of sports. I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
And time now to go courtside with Allie LaForce for a report on NP.
Well, talking with the coaching staff about the growth of NP, they've been impressed with the amount he's added to his offensive repertoire. Coach said when he came in, he only had a couple of moves, but now he can attack the defense in any way that he wants. Very proud of the effort he puts in to expand his game. Guys, the development has been outstanding.
It has been. The toolkit growing day by day. Thanks. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Sharp. Different look here for the Warriors. Al Horford's checked in for Quentin Post. Moses Moody comes in for Kuminga. Fields checked in for Gary Payton. And Curry subbed in for Brandon Pajemski. And there's the bucket from MP.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Butler passes to Hield. And here is Horford. Golden State moving the ball around. Outside Curry. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Curry's got 7 points in the game.
And in dropping that one, he stops a 13-0 run by Brooklyn.
And a deep three from MP. From beyond the arc and then some.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Outside Butler. Back to Curry. The three drills the three-pointer. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, you knew that was coming. Curry with the answer.
And so Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. The Nets making a switch here. Thomas is checked in. Kuminga's come in for the Warriors. So, GA, when you think about Steph Curry's legacy, he changed the way the NBA game is played.
Man, it is hard to find a player who's had the impact of a Steph Curry, making us rethink what is possible. Curry's endless range has really inspired a generation.
Curry kicks to Hield. He takes it in. 5 on the clock. Puts up a 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. Porter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. MP dishes to Thomas. That one drops for him. He has 6.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Now Curry. He's got 10. Moody the pass to Hield. Outside Curry. The tray. That one misses. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nets. And this is a team making history with every single win. They're coming into this game with 30 consecutive victories. That's right, 30.
Yeah, look, I've been on some teams that have some great runs. It is so hard because you have to be talented. You've got to be 100% bought in, but then you also need some luck. 50-50 balls bouncing your way. They're getting all of that and then some.
And so it's Brooklyn in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Get ready.
And welcome to halftime. With the All-Star festivities around the corner, here are the favorites to take part in the dunk contest.
It's too early to be talking about this. We do this every year. Just let it play out.
Where is the entertainment in that? Come on. You've been a player, a rapper, an actor. It's show business, man. And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the Nets.
They're just a far more...
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
And what more can you ask of him? That is helping out your team.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. A pair of shooters at the guards, Curry and Hield. Jimmy Butler is out there with Moses Moody. And it's Horford at the 5. So, Tim, here's a word you often hear teams talk about. Nets culture. How does an organization create the right culture?
Well, I think, Kevin, you establish core values and then you make those non-negotiable. When everybody connects with that and connects to those values, you really have something special.
Holding on to the rope and pulling in the same direction.
What it's all about.
Fires top of the key. And a pick bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. MP's got 5 points now this quarter. Golden State's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. To the inside. Hield outside. Takes a 3. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
That's 3 straight misses to start the second half. Not what they wanted.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
It's good.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Claxton the pass to Porter. Pulls it up. And again, it's Brooklyn converted.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
A 3 from MP. And yep, another basket.
Yet again, he's reached 40 points. He's close to having the 4th most 40-point games in a single season.
Well, we've seen it. He's been on fire all season long. Butler, no good.
Oh, you have a feeling this would be a completely different game if it wasn't for his brutal shooting performance.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. It's Curry with the drive. Shot by Hield, nobody around. And again, unable to change momentum here. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. And here's MP for 3. Another 3 for Brooklyn.
It's critical you find a way to run MP off the line out there. He has that as a big part of his game.
Hield outside. Here's Butler. Drops it in off the fadeaway.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. You know, Tim, they say you can't measure heart, but Jimmy Butler, he plays with a lot of heart. He is non-stop.
Well, you could talk about his skill level and IQ, but Kevin, what you love about Butler is his competitive will, and he saves his best for the postseason.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Well, that is a tough cover down there, and Curry relishes any opportunity he gets to go to the foul line.
Different look here for the Warriors. Quentin Post is checked in for Horford. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Jimmy Butler. Gary Payton is checked in for Moses Moody. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Hield. And there's the bucket from MP.
What a performance for him on the offensive end. He's been fantastic the entire game.
Pass to Post. Curry against MP. Floats one. And the basket by Curry. Curry's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, he's certainly not the reason they're down. If they're going to grab the lead here, more guys are going to have to step up.
Short. That's good.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And so Curry will bring it up with the Warriors. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball.
And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. A 3 from hits it again. Wow.
Once again, the guy cannot be stopped.
It is incredible. He's nearing second overall in career 50-point games. And still going strong.
Chasing the incomparable Michael Jordan. I mean, that comparison alone should give you chills.
MP getting it done for the Brooklyn Nets. He's looking. And a moment ago inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Regain control. Come on now. Every pass, every possession. Play with a purpose. We talked about this, all right? Solid play every time.
He's checked in for Dennis. Different look here for the Warriors. Al Horford. He's checked in for Quentin Post. Moses Moody comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. Fields checked in for Gary Payton. And it's Stephen Curry in for Brandon Podziemski. We've got Terrence Mann. He's out there with MP. Tyre Williams out there with Sharp. And it's Highsmith in at the 4 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And then Hield with the dunk.
Because you have to respect that outside shot. The drive is often there for Hield.
Pass to Highsmith. Now, Mann. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And again for 3.
Well, we expected him to come in firing. It's just another three-point barrage.
What a phenomenal run it's been for him. Nearing 5th on the list of most triples in a season.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3. Despite his youth, MP showing grown man strength.
Curry passes to Butler. Now, here's Moody. Pass to Butler. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Butler's got 3 assists now in this one. Mann finds MP. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Curry passes to Hield. Back to Curry. And that one goes long. Brooklyn's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Brooklyn.
And as one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for MP.
And watching that last game, you could see the comfort zone he got into, just filling it up from all of the spots he loves.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, any thought of losing this game has been put to bed.
Hield kicks to Butler. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Count it.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Yeah, the atmosphere in this arena has been unbelievable. Great all-around effort by everyone to put this game away.
Moody's shot is off. The drive by MP. Good, that's another bucket.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable. Here's Curry. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of